Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your full moon in Aries reading for 2020, our month of October. So, Cancer, it's great to see you. This, of course, is always very special for you guys because you are ruled by the moon, and so the full moon readings have extra significance for you out of all the zodiac. Absolutely. This is a blue moon month, so we are starting our month of October with a full moon in Aries, and we're ending it on Halloween on the 31st with the full moon in Taurus. So that's our blue moon when you get two full moons in the same month. So very exciting for you. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get into a couple of lunar decks. We're going to do some tarot and deepen up those messages. As always, guys, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single Cancer, so take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. This is mostly going to resonate with my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign, so do check your personal chart to get more messages out of these readings. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like a more information on any of the card decks that I use, or would like to leave a donation to the channel, all those links and information are down in the description box. Also, I always invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. Also, give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. So Cancer, let's get into it. This is definitely a bit of an intense full moon for you. Here is our astrology right now. So there is our sun sign at 9 degrees of Libra right across from the moon at 9 degrees of Aries. So that is our full moon polarity when the sun is shining on our moon and showing us her whole face. So Cancer, you are right here. This is where you would be positioned. That's where the Cancer sun sign right across from Capricorn would be. And the reason that this can be a little bit of an intense full moon for you is because it's all those cardinal signs activated. You are a cardinal sign along with Aries, Libra, and Capricorn. So when we have those cardinal energies at play, you're going to feel it. You might feel a little more friction, a little more tension. But I am not always I'm not always going to tell you that that's a bad thing. Some people will say that's always a bad thing, and oh no, it's this huge challenge and it's all this. But the thing about friction and those square energies, they might be difficult, they might be challenging, but friction is also a spark. It's also the fire that lights inside of us to get us motivated, get us moving, get us doing things. So I would say that this full moon is absolutely very motivating. It very much contributes to your ambition because this full moon will be in your universal house of Capricorn, which is all about work and motivation and higher goals, you know, those loftier pursuits that you have for yourself. So it really may shine a light and get that moving. And Aries, of course, is the first sign of the zodiac. So this to me is like the refreshment of the moon. It's almost like the new year for the moon. It's the new moon cycle in a lot of ways because we're starting at the beginning of the zodiac wheel again. So angels, spirits, guides, guardians, what do we have for Cancer? Past, present, future around these new moon cycles, please. Yes. Oh, I like this. So our past moon cycle that we had from last month was the Pisces full moon, which would have been very, very dreamy, imaginative, very sensitive. So this past position for you of this last 30 days or so is the full moon in Cancer in your own sign with a personal issue reaching resolution or conclusion. So Cancer, that would have been mostly what was on your mind, on your heart over this last 30 days. And either it has reached a resolution or it's very close to that happening. And on top of that, look at that full moon of personal power. So Cancer, a very, very strong cycle this last month. Definitely something that opened up more learning, more awareness, more growth, more expansion, and really understanding your own personal power within any dynamic, especially in your one-on-one relationships, and your future plans forward with any of them. So getting into the present energy right now of this full moon in Aries, look at that, the balsamic moon, a time for healing. Wow. So to me, that combined, like, hey camera, don't get fuzzy on me. I can see it. It's like, but you know, it's kind of funny that the camera chose that moment to do that, because it is a little bit of this adjustment phase, right? Because to me, this is kind of healing around that area of career, that area of higher goals, that area of, you know, what your ambitions or hopes for the future are, the work that you're doing towards that to manifest it. And, you know, if you've suffered any disappointments or you've had to let old dreams go, this could be time for healing those dreams, time for healing that sense of, you know, feeling like, oh, did I fail at that? Or did it just not work out? It's time for healing yourself around that area. So Cancer, if you're sensitive around it, take some time for yourself. Don't be around harsh people that are really going to put you down or cast things from your past in a negative light, because you just need to heal. You just need time to regroup before you can get moving forward again. Yes, and look at that. Oh yeah, because look at that with the waning crescent of resistance on top of that. You could have been resisting taking some time out for yourself for a while. That's part of this. You might have felt like no matter how hard I push, no matter how hard I try, I just can't seem to succeed with whatever it is that I'm doing. And so that's why you need some time to heal that, right? It's time to just take a break, to reassess, regroup, rethink. You know, that's a very, it can be a tough energy, Cancer, not gonna lie. I mean, that's, you know, it is part of the process. It's part of, you know, the growth that you're experiencing. And even though you may feel like there's this resistance, look at that, you know, the trees are still growing, they still continue, and you are still growing in spite of whatever challenges or blockages that you might be experiencing. So give yourself a little time here. Give yourself some healing around this full moon, because this energy, it definitely puts you a little bit in that rock and a hard place, and it's like you really have to work from the inside out. It's like if the timing's not right, and sometimes that's all it is divine timing. That Capricorn house is very much about timing. And we are very much in this mode of Mars being in retrograde, Saturn squaring Mars. So we really do have to do the slow and steady progress. And sometimes it's going to take longer than we think it will, especially over this next 4 to 5 months. Just astrologically, the energy is definitely telling us, slow it down, guys, one step at a time. If it's not happening overnight, don't worry. Just give yourself patience, give yourself healing and some grace around that. Going into the future, see what we've got. Adjustments are required. So over this next month cycle, building up to our second full moon of the month in Taurus, do the adjustments that you need to do, Cancer. Things are not yet set in stone. So go ahead and make the adjustments, make the tweaks, make the changes to whatever project or whatever thing you were working on, because it's saying that that is favored. Yes, and look at this. You have, again, another waning moon. So I'm thinking with this waning energy that you're bringing in, it's time to release some things. It's time to let some things go. Whether it's old ideas, outdated belief systems, outdated foundations that no longer suit you, outdated relationships. I feel this is very centered mostly around your work. Again, that's not going to resonate with all of you, but this feels very much about your goals, your ambitions, you know, where you're hoping to go or what you're hoping to achieve. But this wisdom card is saying, you know, as you let certain things go, you're learning some lessons that are very valuable. It gives you wisdom, it gives you experience, it gives you something to build on as you make these adjustments that'll help you as you go forward, you know, to get what you really do want. You know, we have to really, first, before we can get what we want, we have to know what we're asking for. That's a big one here. So let's move on, Mr. Dragon, over. I'm going to get some tarot on this. We're going to deepen these messages up. And I am using the Crow Tarot and the Halloween Tarot today for our October month. Past, present, future, please, for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, wow. Okay, Cancer, definitely. Wow. Page of Swords on top of the past position of the Cancer full moon and the power. So here we've got all swords coming out. All three of these, past, present, future, all sword suits. So Page of Swords to me is, you know, new information, new communication, new messages coming forward. Sometimes it can be, you know, communicating online or through text, some kind of electronic means. But the pages are messages, they're messengers, and swords is our air element, it's our intellectual element. It's also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Those signs may be very important to you right now. You know, it can also say that you're thinking about someone, they're thinking about you, maybe you're checking in on each other, that kind of energy as well. And look at that Ace of Pumpkins. So to me, it's like whatever gets cleared up, whatever gains closure as this old moon cycle is going out and this new full moon in Aries is coming in, it's very good for you. Even if it doesn't always maybe feel like it or you don't acknowledge it as such. But this is like, again, the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pumpkins in this card deck is all about, you know, manifesting. It's about abundance. It's about resources improving. So yet again, there's more of that energy around this being around work and around manifestation and your goals and your achievements and what you're hoping to achieve. Here in the center, very positive. We go from the Page of Swords to the Ace of Swords in this present energy. The present energy of this Aries full moon is all about victory over this difficulty, right? It's like once you've had some time for some healing, once you stop resisting, you stop pushing so hard, look at this. It comes through with this very strong victory, clarity of consciousness. Ace of Swords is all about cutting through anything that was confusing, difficult, problematic, and feeling very clear about where you're going next. And there we have the Knight of Wands on top of that Ace of Swords. Like I said, it's like this just takes a little time to kind of rework and refocus and regroup. But this, you know, this old fiery horse here, this fiery knight, this Sagittarius energy. So once you've got the clarity, once you've got the things, you know, the blockages cleared, there's movement. It's like there's excitement and enthusiasm again about going forward. But there really is. There's definitely some adjustments required. There's some lessons that are being learned in this immediate future as we go through this month of October. We do have the Ten of Swords here. And the Ten of Swords to me, of course, is the end of a difficult cycle, a painful cycle that, you know, mostly of the mind. Because like I said, all these swords, this is an intellectual energy. Ten of Swords can really point to the end of something that has been worrying you or giving you anxiety or sleepless nights, something that's been very, very difficult, finally being put to rest. And look at that. There you are, Cancer, the Chariot. That is your own energy moving forward. The Chariot is ruled by Cancer. And so to me, it's like, I really do. I feel like you're coming into close confrontation with things that have been very difficult, that have really been worrying you, really been frustrating. Some of this is very strongly around career or your life path, life purpose kind of feeling, like what's my direction, where am I going next? Something I wanted to work out didn't work out the way I thought it would or hoped it would. I'm having to reassess, I'm having to readjust. But Cancer, I feel like this is really saying you will do that work. Especially if you're motivated to do it, and you're going to move forward and things are going to improve. That's the feeling that it really has, because after all this difficulty in dealing with this stuff, you've got these very positive cards that are like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. Now I know what I need to set aside. I've learned from this, and now it's time to get back in my chariot and keep moving. And look, the Wheel of Fortune, right? Wheel of Fortune is all about things coming out of stagnation. The wheel moving forward in your favor. The Two of Swords. This is decision making, Cancer. So you might have to be making some choices that you could have been procrastinating about for a while. Something you didn't want to really tackle. But I think as soon as you make those decisions, you're going to get the clarity. You're going to get the healing. You're going to get the wisdom. Things are going to start to move forward again. So let's get a Divine Door card on this. Let's see what door is opening for my Cancers, because this, to me, this Aries full moon energy is a very new, enthusiastic energy that begins the lunar cycle all over. Look at that. Ooh, and we have our Raven energy. Look at that beautiful door. And the message is the three-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven caws out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. And I've got all my little, I've got my ravens here, my little... I've got my crows out for Halloween, but honestly, I like these guys all the time because these birds are awesome. So yes, definitely, if you see crows or ravens, that's a special messenger coming through from Spirit for you this month, Cancer. But really, using that third eye of intuition, expect the unexpected. Get ready for change. I love this reading. So hope you have an amazing full moon, Cancer, and I will see you soon. Take care.